Mariana asks, hey Ken, can you talk more about the process of going from an unknown mixer to mixing for some of the biggest artists in the world? What were the most important things that got you where you are now? Well, I wasn't an unknown mixer. I was a very well-known tracking engineer. I started as an intern, and I had 2 internships, a college degree, and then I went to New York City, moved to Queens, started at the bottom rung of a studio and just clawed my way up to assistant, worked my way up to staff tracking engineer. When I was a staff engineer, I didn't have to find work for myself. I just had to make sure that I did a stellar job on any of the work that the studio put me on. So I would keep getting more work. So I built up my reputation and my skill sets at the big studio that I started at, which was Soundtrack Recording in Manhattan. And after 2.5 years of a ton of experience, then I went freelance. I spent like 8 years as one of the top tracking engineers in New York City. And the way that I became a mix engineer was I stopped taking tracking work. Everybody knew me as a tracking engineer. Nobody knew me as really a mix engineer. They knew I wanted to be, but meh. So I was finally like, all right, I got to do something drastic. Every phone call for the next year that was for tracking, I turned it down and recommended somebody else. And I told them, nope, I'm only taking mixing right now. As much as it hurt, I probably lost $100,000 in 1 year. I'm not kidding. But if I had not taken that 2 steps back and been like, that's not me anymore. I'm not that guy. I'm the mixer. Then eventually people started catching on. Oh, you're the mixer? Oh, well, come mix tonight. Come mix. And after about a year, I started, and then eventually I became one of the top mixers in New York, and that's how I made the change. You know, it wasn't like I just showed up one day and I was like, hi, my name's Ken. I'm a talented mixer. Talent had nothing to do with it. Credits had everything to do with it. And that's the thing. People hire you the first time because of what you have worked on previously. They hire you the second time or don't because of what you do with them. And that's just rules of the road. I mean, you know, people look at my credit list and they're like, all right, let's find out. I trust him. Okay. Everybody else has said, okay, maybe I can too. And then at the end of the first time you work with me, then you know, like, am I the right person for your project? Am I not the right person for your project? It only took 1 song to find out. And, you know, you may have somebody you work with for the next 20 years, or you may go like, you know, I mean, we found a great finish line, but we're not symbiotic. Okay, cool. Best of luck.